Hello, 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 whoever is here. Hello, well, hello world. I'm Israel. Welcome to Rasputin Lingo. I don't know why I'm saying that. Don't know how many of you don't know who I am if you're on this stream anyway. But yeah, good to see you all again. It's a nice evening right now, I think. Um, I don't know who's gonna show up today, but I'm in a good mood. I'm quite energized. I did some good work done today. Did some editing, not quite done, but there was some editing that was done. And meanwhile, I realized my friend Emmy has just uploaded a video, so I'm gonna go and leave a comment. So if hello Langsplore. Hey, hello in Norway, in Norge. How are you doing? Is it your first time watching? Let me know. Anyone else is here? Please say hi. Tell me where you're watching from. Because it's exciting. I love having new viewers to interact with. Because every time there is like some people who do show up quite often, and then some people just uh, show up once, and then it's always exciting to see who's watching my channel. Because normally when I make a video, like, I don't actually know who's watching. Like, I have the stats, but that's it. I don't know what kind of people are watching my stuff, and people don't leave comments. You know what? If you watch my videos, please leave comments so that I know like who's watching. But this is great because now I get to actually talk to you guys. Hello, close up. Yes, first time. Welcome. Velkommen. No, what would it say in Norwegian? Is it velkommen? I know Danish better than Norwegian, so I'm not sure. Yeah, I'm glad you're here. I was just about to check out to comment on my friend's video. If you guys are not subscribed to Polyglotus, I recommend it. She's a dear friend of mine, and she makes great videos. Anyway, I'm gonna watch it afterwards. It's her fault that she scheduled it the same time as I'm going live. So, bit of update. I literally just came back from a Welsh lesson. Came back as if I went to a physical place to go to a lesson. No, I finished a Welsh lesson 1-to-1 on the internet, and it was great. I've been studying with this teacher for like a couple of weeks, and I get to do lots of speaking. I feel very good about my Welsh. Even though, like, when I'm speaking, when I'm actually talking to someone, I need some time to get the words out, right? To find the right words mostly, and then once in a while the structure is a bit more complex than I expected. But in general, I'm quite happy with where I am. Hello, Ludwig. Hi again. You're always here. Good to see you. Yeah, I was just talking about the Welsh 1-to-1 lesson that I just had. I'm feeling very good about myself at the moment. Do you guys do any language lessons? I assume you guys learn languages as well. Do you do like 1-to-1 conversation lessons, or any sort of private personal tutoring, or do you do like group classes, or do you just don't do classes at all? Because I've done many different things. Like currently, I mean the whole point of me streaming studying is I want to catch up with and finish the intermediate level so that I can start my advanced class, right? That's a group class. But otherwise, I don't really do group classes. Whereas private lessons you get a bit pricey, to be fair. But I makes me feel good about myself, I have to say. I enjoy actually using it, trying digging up words from deep inside my brain, like especially sometimes when I try to look for a really niche word. Like I've done that a couple of times in this lesson. I was looking for, I forgot which words, but there are some pretty niche words. Oh, like conference. Can had fuck, I forgot again. Can hadlai. Can hadled. Is it can hadled? It is a can hadled. Yeah. Yeah, Welsh has some pretty similar words, so I struggle a bit. But can hadled is a conference. Can hadaeth is a mission, I think. Yes, can can hatta is a mission. Hello, welcome to the stream and talk about my lesson that I just did. Yeah, so I was talking about, like, I just casually mentioned I went to a conference in a different city, because we were talking about different cities. And I don't usually talk about conferences, even though I actually would, but I don't. Because I don't talk in Welsh much, that's the problem, right? And then it felt so good, like there's so much sense of achievement in successfully finding a word that you thought you'd lost. It's so great. And I love using this language. I just wish I didn't have to pay for it. I had a good friend who lived here in Manchester, who's a native Welsh speaker, but he's moved away, so like I don't have one anymore. We just text online. Hello, bugün Türkçe öğreniyor musun? Aha, I think my friend Linda's going to show up today, as she said. Last time, I don't know if you were there when that happened, but like when Linda showed up, I tried to speak a bit of Turkish on stream, on live, which would have been insane to think about like just a few months ago. I think, you know what I think? I think because I'm branding myself as a non-speaker of Turkish. Like I tell people I speak basic Turkish. I've learned some Turkish. I don't call myself a speaker of Turkish, so I feel zero pressure speaking it on live. And it's so weird because when I speak other languages, like if you made me speak Polish right now, I would feel a bit nervous because I need to prove myself. Like I need to prove my worth. But with Turkish, no expectation, no stress, no nothing, just whatever. I use my broken Turkish, so I love it. Lang Explorer, you do Lang Explorer. You do language classes. How do you like language classes? Because I think for most people they're probably the right fit, but like once you get to a certain point of learning languages where you know what you want, sometimes it feels like it's sort of dragging you behind or something. Depends on what kind of classes, depends on the teacher and everything. How many languages did you learn by yourself? I have tried to learn, I think the official count is 20 languages, but I rarely ever quote that number because it's just tried. I don't speak 20 languages, don't worry. Yeah, Turkish is my newest one. But I don't know, like, define learned, right? Like, do you mean the ones I speak well? Do you mean the ones I speak perfectly? Or the ones I speak a little bit of? Or the ones that I've tried? I don't know, it's always hard to come up with a number. Oh, you mean without a tutor? I think I did most of them without a tutor. The first language I learned as an adult was German. I did that in university, so that was tutor. I'm just going down my list now. Actually, you know what? I could just show you my list. It's on my website. 1 second. Which one is it? Here. I'll put myself on the left. What am I doing? No. Where's myself? Put myself on the left. Here we go. Move this to the right. Okay. Yeah, so that's my website. If you haven't been there before, you're very welcome. I used to do more blogging in the past, but then once I started my YouTube, I almost stopped blogging. I've written a few articles since I started YouTubing. But most of my blog is just my mirror of my YouTube videos. There's a few. I think I made one on Polish numbers or something like that. I write about grammar because I thought it might be useful. Anyway, see, there you go, the numbers. It's insane. Yeah, my languages, German. Yeah, university. Japanese. I went to some Japanese classes as a kid. I think I probably mentioned, but I didn't learn much. And then I mostly studied on my own. Dutch only Duolingo, Irish Duolingo, Russian on my own, Swedish, yeah, on my own. Swedish was probably the first one that I learned well on my own. And then Polish, obviously, I haven't done any classes. Italian, I went to class in university again. Kazakh on my own. Hokkien, I started on my own, and then my friend made it like an informal class teaching us some phrases. So I guess that counts. That was Duolingo. That was on my own. That was in a class. It was not even my class. That was my partner's class, but I was just there to help her get an A. Hebrew on my own. BSL. I think sign language you have to learn in a class. It's really hard to do it on your own. But I do try to apply some of my language learning techniques to sign language, and that's a whole different story. I think I might try to make a video about that in the future. Like, can I use my usual language learning methods in sign language, like input, output, that kind of stuff? Who knows? Welsh, I started out not going to a class, but then I realized it's really hard to get exposure, especially regular exposure to the language, unless you're in a class, because I don't live in Wales. So my class was more like a way to keep me in touch with the language rather than me actually using the class as a resource for learning. And Turkish on my own. Yeah. So that is my collection of languages. I think most of them I learned on my own. In long story short. Have you met any Burmese people? No. Actually, yeah. Over here, I met one guy. There was one time I went to a meetup for doctoral students at my university. And then I think I was late to the meetup, and then there weren't many people left. And I met this one Burmese guy, who started talking with me, not to me. We started talking to each other about the political situations at home. Obviously, they have it much worse, but we are in like difficult situations. Let's just say, and then we started like commiserating. And then we had a lot of drinks, and then we stayed till the end of that night, just talking about difficult things that we were like going through and processing. And then there was this one person who was there organizing the meetup. It was a bit awkward, just a normal English girl there listening to two Asian guys talking about their hometowns and everything. Mówisz naprawdę dobrze po polsku. Też tam się to uczyć i fakt, że udało ci się tak wysoki poziom osiągnąć, daje mi motywację. Eryk, where are you from? Skąd jesteś? Czy nie mówisz po polsku jako native speaker? Ale ty też dobrze piszesz po polsku. When you learn the language, do you also read books about the culture or history of the country where the language is spoken? I like to read about it as well as learning languages. I think that is one of my weaknesses, to be fair. I try to sometimes, but it's true, because when I learn on my own, usually I do miss lots of those like cultural things. Like I go at languages from like a more technical perspective, right? I learn the grammar, I learn the words, I learn how to use it. It's all just skills. To me, it's all about the skills. But also, I'm aware that learning a language also includes learning about the culture, the people. So, yeah, I think that's a weakness of mine. Like, for example, with Welsh, I'm gonna pin your comment. I said last time, like in the book there were like lots of references to Welsh pop culture, like famous people in the country, and I just know none of them. Also, even now, like I talk to Welsh people a lot, not a lot, but like sometimes. But I just know very little about the country. Like I'm trying to learn about it, obviously. As for certain other ones, for example, with Hebrew is a good example, because I have zero connections to Judaism or Israel, the country. Believe it or not, everyone thinks I have connections to either the country or the religion, but no, My name is Israel. I have nothing to do with Israel or Judaism, but everyone else I know who has learned Hebrew has such a deep connection to Judaism or Israel that I feel very out of place just talking to people, because they would casually talk about, I don't know, very Jewish things basically, and then I couldn't participate at all. So yeah, but sorry, that's probably a good thing about going to classes, because when someone designs a course, like especially from like a big institution or publisher, they make sure to include these cultural things as well, especially for like sign language. Obviously, we have like deaf awareness classes where you learn about deaf culture, how they do things differently, what challenges they face, that kind of stuff. And that if I learned it on my own, like if it were possible to learn sign language on my own, I would miss out on so much of that stuff. So yeah, long story short, basically, yeah, I do enjoy cultural and historical things a lot, and that's why when I go traveling, I love going to like museums about the place, about the country, the history. In Lithuania, I went to lots of exhibitions about Lithuanian history, Baltic history, obviously. There was the occupation. There was they just nicknamed it the Genocide Museum. Maybe I should not be saying this word this early in the stream, but there was a museum about the occupation that made me cry when I first visited in 2016, and then I went again last year and I cried again. So, Anyway, that's the story. The first book in Swedish that I tried to read was about Nordic mythology. Norse mythology, because I mean, back that was like 2015, 16, I was just starting to get into the Marvel stuff, and that's why I got a huge interest in Norse mythology. It's a gateway drug, and I tried to read a book about it, and it was not easy. Let's just say it wasn't easy as a beginner learner to read mythology. And then later on, I think on my e-reader, it's a writing tablet, I have a book about Slavic mythology in Polish that I've started, but I'm nowhere near finishing it. It's like my last resort book, where when I'm stuck somewhere and I have nothing to read, I read that one. You would never learn a language if its history do not interest you. It's always first learn about the country and then the language. To me, I mean, I think I'm like half, because I have friends who are sometimes interested in purely the language aspect of things. Like they might have no interest in the place at all and literally just want to learn about the language, and that's fair play to them. For me, I can't do it if I mean, I'm interested in certain languages, but I would never be able to learn the language if I have no connection to the people speaking it. So usually it's about someone that I want to talk to, or not talk to, not necessarily, because I can usually talk to them in English, but someone I know that speaks it and I want to learn their language. Usually that's a spark. But oftentimes I start learning the language just thanks to that spark, and then I end up through that learning about the culture, like watching more television, that kind of stuff, and then I fall in love with the culture, like I did with Sweden, and then I did with like Welsh culture, and Polish culture, obviously. Otherwise, I wouldn't speak it to a high level. You're from the US, Eric. Okay. How's your Polish? How are you learning it? What are you struggling with in particular? Because you were saying, I think it just takes time, right? It's I don't think there is a difficult language per se. It's just you need to find the method that works for you, and then keep going at it. I think I've found what works for me, for my brain, and the way I like to absorb things. Why are you studying Polish if you live in America? I do know lots of people, I think usually Polish descendants or people with Polish partners, that tends to be the case, who are learning it. Do you guys know the Facebook communities for Polish learners and also like Polish people with Polish heritage? I'm in those groups, and it's interesting seeing what they do. By the way, I need to say explicitly, like 4Human said, everyone like the stream now, do it now before you forget, because people do forget sometimes. Yeah, it's funny, like it's not like I'm forcing you to do something you don't want to do, it's just people don't remember that it's a thing you can do. Zacząłem polskie korzenie kilka lat temu, po prostu nudziłem się i chciałem wyzwanie. That was me as well. Yeah, I started Polish because I wanted a challenge. See, najtrudniejszy język na świecie and whatnot. That was me in Sweden. I had learned Swedish, and then Swedish was too easy. Not too easy, but like it wasn't. There was fuck all to do in Sweden, right? Okay, I was so bored, so I started learning the hardest language in the world, so called. That's how it happened, and then now I'm here, 8 years later. Język mi się spodobał i dlatego dalej się go uczę. Aha, jak długo już się uczysz? How long have you been learning? I think after you learn for a while, just me personally, you find more and more reasons to stick to the language. Like for me, for example, I think I told the story before. I started learning Polish in Sweden. I stopped after a few months because I was no longer bored, and then afterwards I didn't do that for a couple of years, and I picked it up again because I probably wanted more of a challenge, or I wanted to stay in contact with the language. And then since then I've been invited to give talks in Polish about my culture, talks plural, about my language. And I have been on Polish newspaper. I've been interviewed by like culture.pl, and then these things sort of give me additional motivation to keep going, right? Because through these things I meet people who are encouraging, like the journalist friends that I've made, and yeah, and I'm not talking about the fame. I'm about the connections that I have made through these things. And I enjoy doing these cultural interchanges. You started Mandarin as a challenge. Yeah, it's probably not much of a challenge, right? It's such an easy language. No conjugations, no tenses, no whatever. You've been learning for a few years. You started with Duolingo. After finishing it, you mostly started immersing in reading books. Basically what I was doing. That was basically what I did as well. I finished Duolingo. I'd finished Glossica. What else? Yeah, I was mostly listening to podcasts for most of my learning. I started on YouTube a bit later. What was the first Polish book I read? I'm not sure actually. I'm not sure what was my first Polish book, but yeah, probably have a record somewhere on Goodreads. Do you guys use Goodreads? Let me know. Like we can be friends on Goodreads. And it's funny because I'm not even much of a reader. At least the activity of reading itself doesn't appeal to me as much as it used to. Because when I was a teenager, I loved reading, but then the social media revolution came and smartphones, and then now I can't focus on reading anymore. So now when I read mostly for language learning, and not for. I mean, obviously, I only read books that I enjoy, but I'm not just reading for the book. I'm reading for the book and also the language learning. Oh yeah, I found the first Polish book I read. It's so stupid. It's a translated story. I just randomly saw it on sale. I saw the ebook on sale and I bought it. It's a fantasy book translated from English called Szklany Tron, and it was so difficult. I most distinctly remember, for one, right? it's a fantasy story. So lots of fantasy words like miecz, swords, and with sword you have pochev. You have the what's the English word for the thing you put the sword in? I don't know. I remember distinctly that I didn't even know what dłoń is yet, because I read through it and saw dłoń. What is dłoń? I thought hand in Polish in general is ręka, but this is the fun fact of the day. In Polish, ręka can refer to the entire hand and arm. If you want to specify the hand, this part, it's a dłoń. So I didn't even know that when I started reading. So I did a lot of like dictionary searches. Like I was reading on Google Play Books, so I could just highlight and then Google Translate it. So that was okay, but it was not fun. I should not have done that. I would not do that now. You would love to meet someone and use your skills. That is interesting. There are some places like geographies, cultures I'm interested in, but I need a personal connection of some sort, definitely. You enjoy learning characters, but listening is difficult and sometimes discouraging. You just have to keep going at it. Mine was w pustyni w puszczy. Pewnie nie najlepsza decyzja, skoro książka jest napisana trochę archaicznym językiem. What was it about? What kind of book was it? You study w pustyni w puszczy in elementary schools. Oh, Sheath. Yeah, Sheath. Yeah, exactly. Sheath. Yeah. Bochev. I think I downloaded one of the books that Polish people read in secondary school. What's it called? I should know. Nad something. It's the name of the river that flows through Lithuania. I'm sure 4 Human knows which one I'm talking about. Welcome to my remarkable tablet. Nad Niemnem. I downloaded it. Haven't started reading it, mainly because I was on a road trip with my Polish friend and also my Hungarian classmate in Lithuania. We just drove from Vilnius, the capital, near Belarus, all the way to the Baltic Sea in Klaipėda, and then we passed by what's it called in English? Hold on. The river that is in Lithuania. And then my friend told me about it, about the book that they have to read in school, and then I downloaded it. What is it? What is it called? The Niemen River in English. That's weird. Weird name. Niemen in Polish, obviously, and then Nemunas in Lithuanian. You love Pustynia Puszczy. Do you recommend it? I don't know. I could read anything. I think I mentioned I am reading a book about deaf people in Poland right now, and it's still pissing me off every single page. It's so ridiculous, like the way they're treated in the country, and it's so recent as well. That even 2020, not Wisła. That Niemnem is horrible. Okay, good to know. I haven't tried reading it, so I don't know if it's difficult. I just downloaded it. You're forced to memorize it. Oh my god, it's like, yeah, you're here in Lithuania. Hello, are you Lithuanian? Welcome here. I haven't seen you before in the live streams, but welcome. Yeah, we were talking about reading in our target languages, and I mentioned a book that every Polish person has to study, like as 4 Human says, to memorize everything, like it's Shakespeare or something, and it's about the Nemunas in Lithuania. And the reason I downloaded the book, I haven't started reading it. I don't know if I will, but I have the ebook, and the reason is because I was doing a road trip through Lithuania and passed by the river, and it was a beautiful river. It's a nice place. I remember also like driving just yes, everyone like the stream right now. If you haven't liked it, do it now. What are you doing? Like, dude. Anyway, yeah, we drove along the border between Lithuania and Kaliningrad. and I was imagining how it's like just on the other side of that road. It's so close, and you couldn't see much there. I think there was like a couple of spots where you could drive into Kaliningrad, and I looked up pictures on Google, and it's so different. It's weird. But yes, okay, welcome. Who else is here? Say hi, everyone who just joined. Please say hi. Tell me where you're watching from, because I know I recognize some of you, and some people have just told me maybe they're in the States or something. But who else is here? Let me know. Hold on, I'm just gonna finish my tea. I should have had another drink before I started, because yeah. Oh, I was talking about this in the beginning. I had just finished a one-to-one Welsh conversation lesson literally half an hour before the stream, so my mouth is still pretty dry. There are many books that you have to cram and read. There's a list of them for students. Why is that in Latin? Oh my god, about Greece and Rome. That's the most boring thing ever. Yeah, no offense to anyone who loves ancient Greece and Rome. I have no interest in those ancient cultures whatsoever. But I do enjoy Latin, the language itself. I remember when I went to the Latin class. As I mentioned, I wasn't doing it for myself. My partner was in a course, and I just helped her out, let's say. And I found it pretty interesting, because it was like Italian with Polish grammar, so it was fun. But in general, I like living cultures. I like people that I can talk to. I'm not the kind of person who would learn a language to read a book, let's just say. But also I enjoy reading in target languages. I like the feeling of reading. Like, I think I made one tweet a long time ago, like just a sudden burst of emotions. I tweeted, just, I don't know in exact wording, but like, just imagine looking at a book, picking up a book that was alien to you, completely alien to you just like 1 year ago, but now you can look at the book, you know what it means, you can read it. Just, it's such an incredible feeling. I love language learning so much, and I think for me that is the best thing of all. Just like, it's like deciphering something, right? But not like the process of deciphering, because some people enjoy deciphering languages like a puzzle. I know people who learn Latin in like a puzzle kind of way, but going from not understanding anything to understanding all of it, it's amazing feeling. Lithuania is a boring country overall. Nature's pretty, and summertime by the sea is amazing. I'm not gonna dispute that. It's a very sparse country. Let's just say that there is a lot of nature in it, and it depends if you like nature. And I'm still undecided if I am a person who enjoys nature. I like the idea of nature, but I don't know what I can do in it. I come from a big city. I was just talking about it in my Welsh lesson. So I have very little experience living like out there in like sparsely populated places. So it's interesting. But I do see my Lithuanian friends having lots of fun in the nature. How do you like Welsh? I love Welsh. I enjoy it very much. Part of the enjoyment comes from the language itself, partly from the culture. Part of my enjoyment comes from literally just, for lack of a better word, being impressed by myself. Right? Whenever I use Welsh, I'm like, oh my god, I'm good at this, and it's just such a satisfying feeling, and that feeling is self-sustaining. Like, the feeling that I'm good at it makes me want to be better at it, and then I just keep going on. I want to feel that more. It's like a drug. But yeah, I mainly chose Welsh in the very very beginning because it's the easiest Celtic language to learn. I wanted to learn languages of this island, Britain, and Welsh is probably the easiest one because it's most thriving one, relatively speaking, and there's lots of resources. You liked reading Zbrodnia i Gara. Oh, is that? Hey, I know Lalka. I think my friend mentioned Lalka as well. Yeah, when she talked to me about Nat Nim Nam. Is it a good one? Do you recommend it? Like, because I know you guys probably have some trauma associated with the the compulsory readings. Because when I was in school, we didn't have to study any text in detail. For us, we had to learn reading skills, which also means examination skills. But earlier, like a few years before, we had a completely different educational system, and they had to study text. And then a few years after, when my sister did the exam, she also had to study text. So I was the exception. I like the few years in between, we didn't have to study anything. Like we didn't have to study any text for our Chinese reading exams. Zbrodnia kara never. Did I just say never? Zbrodnia kara never convinced me. It's crazy, but I always sympathize with. Okay, I don't know. I need to read it to understand. Reading in a target language is an amazing feeling. Yeah, literally. I love physical books. Like I got myself a Kindle a few years back. No, probably many years back. And then a couple of years back, I got this Remarkable, which is a writing tablet, but also can function as an e-reader. And I thought I'm gonna read lots of books. And I had a phase where I'm subscribed to like newsletters from e-book sellers in Germany, in Poland. I think mostly the two. And then when they have a big sale, I would go and I would just look at things I'm interested in, and then like blindly shop for ebooks that I never read. And then later on, I started buying physical books again, like this one, for example. Just one that I pulled out from my shelf yesterday, called Silver Guess. I think it's an award-winning novel. This is secondhand. I enjoyed collecting books now, and when I have a physical book, I have relatively more incentive to actually open it. I don't know why. Maybe it feels like I can see my to-do list right in front of me. Whereas if it's an ebook, they just stay in my collection, and then I don't know. I don't see it. It's out of sight, out of mind, and I never read it. Do you think you have a talent for learning languages, or is it just hard work and you're enjoying it? I think to a certain extent, yes. But I don't think it's a determining factor at all. It's just that I found what works for me. I found what works in general. I understood how the brain learns things. I found what I enjoy, and I have a lot of passion for it. For language learning in general, and also for each individual language. So those are what give me success in language learning, not talent. Even if I have some talent, because I mean, back in school I was good at English anyway. But I think even back in school, I would say I had a knack. I was good at finding what studying methods work for me. That was me throughout my life, from school to adulthood, from learning Chinese English, from learning physics, history, whatever, to now learning languages. I think that the key factor in me being good at learning things is that I'm good at finding what works and what doesn't work. And when something doesn't work, I don't force it. And I make notes in a way that my brain in a way that helps my brain retain the things. I think that would be my talent. That is my talent. My talent is finding ways that help me learn. Compulsory reading in schools is very bad and demotivating. Yeah, I can imagine. Some students have ideas of protesting against the Ministry of Education. I don't know. Yeah, back home we don't really have any say in the educational system. We just go with it, and then we go to like after school tutorial classes to help us learn the stuff and learn the skills to ace the exam, and that's how we cope. We don't do any protesting. Well, not about the education anyway. Well, I guess we did protest about the education at some point, but if you know, you know. I'm not going to talk about that now. That was in 2012. But I do think you need to force students to read something. Like when I was learning Chinese in school, I think we had a thing called school-based assessments, where we would pick a book and then write some essays about the book. I think I'm generalizing, probably, but maybe they limit your genre or something. So they force you to read something, but not anything specific. Hello, the Hyper Polyglot project. I can't speak today. Have you been here before? Is it your first time on the stream? Because I don't think I've seen you before. Where are you watching from, by the way? Welcome to the live. Do you have any particular interest in learning other Chinese languages? Yes. My main interest in learning Chinese languages lies in just the interest in the learning process itself. Because the whole reason that I learned Taiwanese was a whole experiment that I had since my early adulthood. Because back then, I was learning German and I thought, hey, I'm learning lots of things through English, right? I'm learning German through English. I learned French through English. I was like, what if I learned a language that was a bit closer to my native tongue? Would it be easier? So I tried learning Japanese for the second time. And the vocabulary was easy because of the loan words, but then the grammar was difficult. And then afterwards, I tried learning Taiwanese, and that was a great success. Insert Borat meme. And that was mainly because, it was closely related to my native tongue, and a lot of things just came naturally to me. Like the way they phrase things, I literally didn't have to learn the sentence structures. I could just, I wouldn't say translate, but like everything just made sense to me. And then the tones were the hard part, but I got through them. And then probably the vocabulary is going to be the hardest. But yeah, so that was a success. And then I thought maybe eventually I could learn other ones as well, like Hakka. I have an interest in Hakka because it's one of the native languages of Hong Kong. And a dear Hong Kong friend of mine, also in Manchester, has learned Hakka, Hong Kong Hakka, as his ancestral language. So I would love to do that, but it's a bit harder because I think there's more resources learning Taiwanese Hokkien in particular, because it's the biggest minority language in Taiwan. And then I'm interested in Wu as well, not necessarily Shanghainese. I think it depends. Again, for me it goes back to people, right? I know someone who speaks Shanghainese who was in one of my 3 of my short videos. If you haven't seen them, you can go and check them out now. But I also have a good friend that I met here in the UK who's from Suzhou, and she's very passionate. I should not have used the pronoun. They are very passionate, just to protect their privacy. But it's too late now, I guess I said it. They are very passionate about promoting their mother tongue. So we were both at a conference, the same conference that I was talking about in Welsh to my teacher an hour ago, and they made a talk about it, and I don't know, they got interested. But so maybe I might try to learn it someday. First time on the stream. You like my interest in niche languages? I don't like how that's becoming my brand. Like I'm a little bit of a hipster. Okay, I'm the kind of person who would go, yeah, that is too mainstream for me. But I'm not that hipster. I'm not like I'm gonna seek out the nichest, smallest languages ever, because my friends do that. My co-host Samuel has learned Icelandic, Greenlandic, Bulgarian. It's not a small language, but it's niche. What else? I don't remember. Yiddish. No, he studied Yiddish. He didn't learn it. That kind of stuff. So I know people who are literally into niche languages, but for me, it's more about, again, as I said earlier, about what culture I want to connect to, and I think there's two key factors why I learn like niche languages. One is because since a few years ago, I started being interested in like language politics, language dynamics, of like language revitalization or linguistic oppression, that kind of topics. Because, well, for one, Cantonese is starting to go through some sort of oppression that like other Chinese languages go through. And I learned Taiwanese. Obviously, they are historically very oppressed. And I got into Welsh as well. There's a whole history with all the Celtic languages, basically, all the minority languages in the UK. So that was one part of it. I slowly became some kind of a language activist. In fact, if you haven't seen it, you haven't read it, I can recommend. 1 second. Ow. I recommended it on my Instagram, but if you haven't noticed it, you haven't seen it before, called Speak Not by James Griffiths, who is a Welsh journalist working in Hong Kong. So it's about exactly what I was talking about, like language dynamics and politics, oppression, that kind of stuff. And it traces the history of different languages throughout the trajectory of oppression and revitalization. The three main languages he writes about are, surprise, surprise, Welsh, Hawaiian, and Cantonese. So it's quite interesting. I'm not going to go into detail now because I need to start studying. It's been like an hour, but if you haven't read it, I greatly recommend the book. It's a touching story. It's harrowing because of the shit that they go through. Yeah. But the second reason is because I have a rule against learning similar languages because I'm morbidly afraid of confusing languages. So when I learn a new language, I try to learn something that is different, in a different family. And like once you keep repeating that, you end up with a bunch of very niche languages. My rule is, unless I get good at one language, I will not learn a language that's similar. So maybe now, I think now I'm relatively open to learning other Slavic languages, but not really the other families. Did you call Polish a niche language? I did not call Polish a niche language. You mean no? Because I've learned like other niche languages. Also, like in the context of like the online language learning community, yeah, that's pretty niche. Basically, everything outside of like French, Spanish, Italian, German are kind of niche. How would you learn English? School. Full stop. But also lots of input. The reason I believe in the input method so much is because my English had the biggest leap forward when I was in my teens, and I read lots of tech news. I was really into the early days of smartphones. Reviewing my age here, it's the early days of smartphones. I was really into them. I read lots of tech news. Basically, that's the whole thing. I learned English from tech news. Yeah, Welsh and Lithuanian. Lithuanian, yeah, it's really niche. It's not. See that sometimes we confuse things. It's not. It's a small language, small-ish language. It's a niche language, but it's not a minority language. So, and the way you approach these different kinds of languages vary a lot. Because if you learn a minority language, then there's special things you have to do to get resources and everything. But if it's like a national language, but it's just a small nation, you approach it differently. Usually there's more support. You can go to classes and that kind of stuff, and etc. Yeah, tell us more. Where did you live in Poland? Meanwhile, I'm going to start actually studying. It's been 53 minutes. My goodness. Again, as usual, I'm gonna do my own studying, and you can talk to me if you want. Like the stream. There's like 10 of you here now. Like the stream. There's less than 10 likes. Something's very wrong with that. Just give me a second. Okay, now I'm gonna do the thing again and point the camera at my desk. Why am my audio describing what's on the screen? This is not a stream for blind people. I mean, if you're blind, you're welcome here, but it's not designed for them. More than a year. You were in. Oh my God, that's a long time. Do you like? Are you a nomad? Do you live in various places? You're interested in Kashubian? Yes, actually, I would be interested in Kashubian as well. Mainly because I love. I've said that many times. I love the Baltic Sea, so I like that part of the world. You loved Katowice. Katowice is nice, but Katowice, in my mind, is one of the places that are great because of the experiences I've had in them, like all the people I know there. For example, Heidelberg is one of the places like that. I mean, Heidelberg is beautiful. That's a university town in the southwest of Germany. But for me, the best part of the city is not the city, but the people I've met there, and the time I've spent there. And to me, that's always the most important part. And same for Katowice. I think there's probably a limited number of things to do for tourists in Katowice. Usually, when people go to Katowice, they go to Zakopane. They go to the mountains. Whereas me, when I was there, I was working. But it was a pleasant stay. And that was one of the places in Poland that I spent relatively a long time, because that was almost a week. I've been to other places I've basically just passed through like for 2-3 days. I've been to Krakow multiple times just because I have friends there, can easily get accommodation, and it's a direct flight. And actually, I've been to Warsaw very rarely. You know why? Because if you fly from Manchester to Warsaw, it's either like expensive airlines or Modlin, and fuck Modlin. Let's just agree on that. Oh, by the way, Lynx, I didn't say hi to Lynx. How are you doing, Lynx? But I was talking about Modlin. If you don't know, I mean, if you're European, you know. Like in Europe, lots of big cities have a budget airport that is like miles and miles away, and it's a pain in the ass to get to. I went to Modlin once. The only good thing to come out of Modlin was the book that I bought there, and I really enjoyed. But yeah, but I actually literally yesterday I realized that I could go to Liverpool, which is an hour from my home. I have a direct train from my home to Liverpool, and then from Liverpool there's Wizz Air to Warsaw Chopin. So I might do that in the future. It's like £20 cheapest. So I'm in shock, because back in May I was hoping to plan a trip to Warsaw in early August, because there's an Easy Polish meetup there, and I have a friend that I'd like to visit. Sorry, I'm yapping. I'm rambling. I don't know why. No, I'm rambling. You spent your whole life in the countryside. Aha. You're gonna move to Katowice. Cool. It's funny. Katowice is such a big city in the context of the area, but to me, it's like a small town. Oh my God, Hyper Polyglot. Well, you've been everywhere. I wish I could live in different places, but I think I do need the stability. For one, I'm studying, and I need as an artist myself, I need to build a network, so I can't just go everywhere. And also, I mainly work on my desktop computer. That's kind of a limitation. North or South Welsh? Northern Welsh. Hello, Aidan. Where are you watching from? Do you speak Welsh? Yeah, I wish again, I'm repeating, but just now I just had a one-to-one Welsh lesson. My teacher's from Pontypridd, which is where the National Eisteddfod is last week. But so that's in the south. But my teacher is very nice to sort of adapt to me a bit, because I tried to adapt to their Welsh. I tried to use some South Welsh words. In fact, I'm still trying. Like, I don't know. Like, it's weird when it's weird to speak in a different way from a person you're speaking to. I'm not used to speaking a language with like such dialectal variety. So it's weird. It's like if you talk to a person for an hour and they keep saying pants and I keep saying trousers, it feels a bit weird. So I try to use some South Welsh words, but I struggle a bit. But my teacher used some North Welsh words as well. Like they were alternating between a D and U. So I found that interesting. Kiedy byłem w Polsce, to raczej nie chciałem odwiedzać dużo tych atrakcji turystycznych. Miałem jakieś 2 tygodnie, chciałem żyć jak Polak i mówić jak więcej po polsku. That's what I would do as well. Like, I would love to do like an immersion trip somewhere. I have imagined going to like an immersion course where you only speak the target language. I know that's a thing. I know it's a thing in Wales. You can go to Nant Gwrtheuyn. Or maybe they're not Welsh only. And then there's one institution in the States that I know that does very intensive language immersion courses. But I think the best immersion is like sustained daily life immersion. But yeah. Życie jako Polak to życie pełne cierpienia. Nie chcesz tego. Aww. But for real though, I think that there's an element of truth in that. There's a oh wait, I forgot how do you say that? Hold on. There is a help me out here. There I'm sure there's an idiom. There's a grain of truth or like a kernel of truth. What's the Polish way to say it? Damn it. I hate it when this happens. Ziarno. Do you say ziarno, prawda? Because I was thinking ziarno. But I was gonna say I think one of the things that make me feel so connected to languages like or cultures like Poland and Wales and other ones is that I'm a person that is like really rooting for the underdog, because in Polish and Polish history being like split in half, and obviously the history of Welsh and also Wales being under English control and everything. Yeah, it just makes me want to support them more, and like I relate to that. Like I feel for the underdog. No chodzi mi o to, że chciałem doświadczyć prawdziwą Polskę i nie tylko to, co obcokrajowcy odwiedzają. I'm done with like touristy things. Is it a ziarnko? Okay, a small one. Ziarnko prawdy. You do want to learn some Welsh? Yes, do it with me right now. Go to I don't know, learnwelsh.com. It's a weird one. Learnwelsh.com or is it dysgucymraeg.com? It's all there. You can get the books, you can get the audio and everything. As I probably mentioned before, the only problem is that these books and these materials are not optimized for self-learning. They're made to be used in class, and you sort of have to bend it a bit to use it for self-learning. Anyway, speaking of which, I actually need to do some studying now. That's my goal. But keep on talking. I'll read once in a while. I will do that. Where is my actually, you know what? Where is my other window? Can I put my no? Put myself back on the right. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna do this. I think this makes more sense. Oh, yeah. I made my window a bit smaller so that you can. Diolch habibi. Croeso fawr. I'm gonna finish what I didn't do last time, and then next unit I'm blazing through this. Just 8 more chapters and I'm done with this book.
Heddiw, dwi'n siarad efo Sara Swnllyn, prif gantores grŵp pop ifanc y Fflamau Ffyrni. Diolch am ffonio, Sara.
Croeso.
Wel, mi ddoswch i'ch dewis i ganu Can Cymru i Eurovision. Llongyfarchiadau.
Diolch eto.
Dyma'r tro cyntaf i grŵp Cymraeg ganu yn Eurovision. Da ni wedi cael llawer yn cystadlu yn Can i Gymru, ac wedyn yn Iwerddon yn erbyn y gwledydd Celtaidd eraill. Ond lle fyddwch chi'n cystadlu?
Paris.
Haha, felly mi fyddwch chi'n rhedeg i Baris?
Na, da ni cael bws.
O, wel, mae plant Cymru wedi cael eu clywed yn Eurovision ifanc o'r blaen. Ac wrth gwrs, da chi ddim yn hen, Sara. Faint ydych oed chi?
17.
A be am bawb arall yn y grŵp?
Mae Alun yn 20, mae Anna yn 20, mae Bedwyr yn 20, mae Catrin yn 20, ac mae Carwyn yn... Dwi ddim yn cofio.
20?
Ia, dwi'n meddwl.
Ti ydi babi'r grŵp te.
Ia,
Felly, da chi'n canu'n broffesiynol, Sara?
dim eto.
Be ydi gwaith pawb te? Da chi'n cymryd gwyliau i fynd i Baris?
Dwi yn yr ysgol.
Double fi eto.
Pawb arall yn y coleg.
Wel, pob hwyl, Sara. gyda'r-
Hwyl.
Wel, gobeithio bydd mwy gyda Sara Swnllyd i ddweud wrthon ni ar ôl bod ym Mharis. Beth bynnag, dyma'r gan. Weddill goch a gwallt gwyrdd sy'n disgrifio Sara'n berffaith.
That was so funny. The interview was so curt. Fflamau ffyrnig I adrodd yr hanes. Oh, I need to listen for certain phrases just to notice them. I haven't noticed them actually. You were chosen. Where will you be competing? Share something. Yeah, that was interesting. Apparently, this interview is with a singer who's going to represent. Lle mae'r gwylwyr yn dewis un gan I fynd i'r Iwerddon. No. No. Oh wait. Okay. Okay. So they are going to join a competition to be selected to represent Wales in festival for all the Celtic nations. And I actually learned about that festival not that long ago. It's so interesting. They have a contest just between Ireland, Scotland, Wales, and so on. And great. Okay, I'm gonna do it again and listen for what I need to listen for.
Heddiw, dwi'n siarad efo Sara Swnllyn, prif gantores grŵp pop ifanc y Fflamau Ffyrni.
Fflamau ffyrnig.
Diolch am ffonio, Sara.
Croeso.
Wel, mi gawswch i'ch dewis I ganu Can Cymru i Eurovision. Llongyfarchiadau.
Diolch eto.
Dyma'r tro cyntaf I grŵp Cymraeg ganu yn Eurovision. Da ni wedi cael llawer yn cystadlu yn Can I Gymru, ac wedyn yn Iwerddon yn erbyn y gwledydd Celtaidd eraill. Ond lle fyddwch chi'n cystadlu?
Paris.
Haha, felly mi fyddwch chi'n rhedeg I Baris?
Na, da ni cael bws.
O, wel, mae plant Cymru wedi cael eu clywed yn Eurovision ifanc o'r blaen. Ac wrth gwrs, da chi ddim yn hen, Sara. Faint ydych oed chi?
17.
A be am bawb arall yn y grŵp?
Mae Alun yn 20, mae Anna yn 20, mae Bedwyr yn 20, mae Catrin yn 20, ac mae Carwyn yn... Dwi ddim yn cofio.
20?
Ia, dwi'n meddwl.
Ti ydi babi'r grŵp te.
Ia,
Felly, da chi'n canu'n broffesiynol, Sara?
dim eto.
Be ydi gwaith pawb te? Da chi'n cymryd gwyliau I fynd I Baris?
Dwi yn yr ysgol ac mae pawb arall yn y coleg.
Wel, pob hwyl, Sara. gyda'r-
Hwyl.
Wel, gobeithio bydd mwy gyda Sara Swnllyd I ddweud wrthon ni ar ôl bod ym Mharis. Beth bynnag, dyma'r gan. Weddill goch a gwallt gwyrdd sy'n disgrifio Sara'n berffaith. Mwynhewch.
I'd still miss some things. Double wieczór. If you don't buy the textbook or the course, will you still be able to learn enough to reach a useful level? The textbook is free, as I mentioned. mentioned, you can get the textbook. The ebook is free. It's not pirated or anything. It's actually free. You can just get it right now. I tried to just use the website. There are some I can show you. There are some things here you could do without the textbook. No, not this one. These ones, yeah, these ones. These you can like practice the vocabulary. Attic, for example, this one. Cut out as some width, but there's not much point. The textbook is free. Yeah, I'll show you now. I'll show you where to find it. Hold on. Oh shit! I actually don't know where to find it. Is it this one? No, sorry. Wait, what are these? Are these free? Yeah, these are free. Look. This is not the textbook. Oh no, sorry, not free. Sorry. It's just a link to buy it. My bad, but where did I get the textbooks? Digital resources. One second. I'll fine. Dusky come right textbook. Shall liver. Actually, I forgot how to find it. I remember it's there somewhere. It is there somewhere. Learning. Useful resources? What the heck? Anyway, you have to, yeah, look for yourself, I guess. Huh. Anyway. Who did have? Oops. And you're on your own. What did I miss? You just came back from your training. What kind of training did you have? Tell us about it. Were you like at a gym? I can't English. Were you in the gym? What kind of training did you do? Future Olympian, right there. But to me, this is time for first dinner. I ate not long ago. I had lunch. So I missed this one. Should I do it again? Do I want to do it again? Maybe I'll do it again, just quickly. I do want to catch the phrase though. Oh my god, guys! Do those of you who've been here before would know that normally when I try to pause and play or like skip ahead or behind on this stupid player, it would go to it would restart from the top, from the beginning. I think that might be a Chrome thing. Why is Chrome more and more buggy? I can skip. This is so great. I'm using Firefox from now on. What the heck?
Well, heddiw dwi'n siarad efo Sara Swnllyd, prif gantores grŵp pop ifanc y Fflamau Ffyrdd. Diolch am ffonio, Sara.
Croeso.
Wel, mi gawswch eich dewis i ganu Cân Cymru i Eurovision. Llongyfarchiadau.
Diolch eto.
Dyma'r tro cyntaf i grŵp Cymraeg ganu yn Eurovision. Da ni wedi cael llawer yn cystadlu yn Cân i Gymru, ac wedyn yn Iwerddon yn erbyn y gwledydd Celtaidd eraill. Ond lle fyddwch chi'n cystadlu?
Paris.
Haha, felly mi fyddwch chi'n rhedeg i Baris?
Na, da ni cael bws.
O. Wel, mae plant Cymru wedi cael eu clywed yn Eurovision ifanc o'r blaen. Ac wrth gwrs, da chi ddim yn hen, Sara? Faint ydych oed chi?
17 arau. Ac mae...
Gain.
Ia, dwi'n meddwl.
Ti ydi babi'r grŵp ta.
Ia.
Felly, da chi'n canu'n broffesiynol, Sara?
Dim eto.
Be ydi gwaith pawb ta? Da chi'n cymryd gwyliau i fynd i Baris?
Dwi yn yr ysgol ac mae pawb arall yn y coleg.
Wel, pob hwyl, Sara.
Hwyl.
Gobeithio bydd mwy gyda Sara Swnllyd i ddweud wrthon ni ar ôl bod ym Mharis. Beth bynnag, dyma'r gan.
I couldn't find. It says listen for this phrase, but I couldn't find it. Możesz upiec karpatkę? What is karpatka? That's something I should know. Karpatka. But you said upiec, and I know I can't upiec. What is that? A cream pie. Wait, is it? Wait, what is the cream pie that the Pope really loved? I remember hearing a story about it. Is it a karpatka? Is it a kremówka? The papal cream cake. I don't know. I don't know which is which. I just heard the story and I found it really funny. If someone wants to tell it, that would be great. Okay, now let's go to the exciting part. I'm going to learn new grammar. Learn new grammar that I already know. That's the impersonal past. Kremówki papieskie. Why do you... Oh, you know everything, don't you? I wish I could make desserts, but I love eating desserts. I just can't make them. Imagine if I could make some on my own. It would be great. But I would probably suck anyway. I've made a sort of a cheesecake before, but that's it. Let's see. Asanfeydd Ariannin. The Argentine. Browydd. I think this one needs diuresis. Bardzo dobre. Co jest bardzo dobre? Bronne. You mean the cheesecake or the kremówki or the karpatki? Bronne. Oh, Bronne. Okay, bro. I was confused about this before. Bro is an area, is a region. Bron is the breast. Kosled. Oh, they're all feminine. Okay. Browydd. Need to make a note. Bro, feminine. I'll make a phrase to help me remember. I'll say a small region. Bro. No, the small region. A vro vach. The small chest. A vron vach. A great loss. A golled vawr. Oh my god. Secret is also feminine? I had no idea. Gyfrinach vach. A small secret. It's so hard to go back to having to guess the gender after learning Slavic languages. It's because it's so easy in Slavic. And then you have, I mean, obviously there are patterns, but like most of the time you have to remember it. You want to go to live in a Vietnamese remote village? Sure, do it. What's stopping you? You're gonna dump all the Michel Thomas into Anki. I don't know. I haven't tried Michel Thomas. I don't know if I would do that. I do like monolingual listening materials like Glossica, which is funny because I know certain polyglots who are not a big fan, but I'm a big fan of their method. Not necessarily the content, but the method, yes. And then, so I would actually do that. I would take all the Glossica sentences and put them in Anki. But then again, they have their own spaced repetition thingy. So, who knows? Desk. Genedigaeth. Vingenedigaeth, my birth. Desk. Vinesk, my desk. Vinghyfrinach, my secret. Vingholled, my loss. Hen 9. Personoliaethau. Personol personoliaethau. Fy personoliaeth. Mae fy personoliaeth yn ddiddorol. Oh my god, I'm losing air. Speaking Welsh takes so much air. It's like playing the flute. Plight. Rhes. I didn't know this one. Rhes, a row. Rhes. Oh. I don't know why I'm That's one thing I do as well. When I learn one language, I try to connect it with the other languages that I'm learning. The rules, list, guidelines? No, something like that. List. Rhwyd, rhongrwyd. Talib. Never heard of this. Talib. Oh wait, I just remembered. Someone asked me how often I'm streaming. I didn't forget to answer that. I don't know if they're still here. But anyway, I use now in the month of August. I'm mostly streaming on the weekends and occasionally on the weekdays. Talib, or but like there been a. Oh wait, Talib is from pay. Pay means voucher. Telenores. Telin. Telenores. Telenores. This sounds so weirdly Spanish. Telenores. Sounds Spanish. Telenores. Torveidd. I didn't know the plural. Torveidd. A dorf. I have a mnemonic for this word. So torv means a crowd, and I learned it in the context where there was a definite article, which means it became a dorf, like with a D, and then dorf means a village in German. So a village is a crowd of people. So dorf in German, dorf in Welsh is a crowd. Triniaeth treatment, Vintriniaeth Tyrfa. I didn't know Tyrfa. Tyrfaoedd. Another crowd. Arlunydd. Isn't it the sign? Oh, the lunydd. Isn't it like Arlino? Isn't it like sketching or something? No. Arlino. No. It's not on this dictionary. Arlino. Draw page. Arolygydd. Which Discord are we talking? Arolygydd. Arolygu. Inspect. Golygu. Arolygu is golygu with the prefix. Okay. So golygu is edit. Arolygu is inspect because you look from above. Blas. Blwch, blychau. Bryn. Camgymeriadau. Cancerau. Corff, cwrf. Criwiau. Cryfder. Cyfanswm, cyfansymiau. Darlun. Darlun. Difrod. Oh, what's the plural of difrod? Difrodiau. Diwylliannau. Dodrefnyn. Oh, dodrefn is furniture. Dodrefnyn. In dodrefnyn. Bardzo dobrze. Congrats, you just got complimented for speaking your native language natively. Hendite. Oh, father, hendite. Llanc. The fuck is llanc? This is new. Llanciau. A lad. Llanc dwi. What doing llanc? Or a vro. Doing llanc or vro. I'm a lad from the area. I'm doing llanc or vro. Man. Mudiad. Pecyn. Safle. Sefydliad. Telinor. Tristwch. They're teaching me a lot of vocabulary about the harp. Telyn, harp, telinor, harpist, telinores. Fi ma harpist. Tymherep. Tywyllwch. Oh, what's going with me today? Unigolyn arbennig dwi. I'm a special individual. Unigolyn. Ymchwil. Dwi'n gwneud ymchwil yn y gerddoriaeth. Hello, Kulivan. Are you new here? Welcome. Willkommen. I see the German flag. Deswegen habe ich gesagt, willkommen. I'm learning Welsh, but I'm also chatting with my viewers. So if you're here for the first time, or if you're here in general, feel free to talk to me. I'm multitasking. I'm doing my own studying, but also an excuse to talk to people. Yeah, I don't know who else is here. I love Bichan. Bichan is Bach, Bilwiog. Cyfartal, yn gyfartal, equally yn gyfartal. Yn gyfartal. Di-eilog. Electronic, eilog, hamddenol. Oh, I keep confusing hamddenol with hanfodol. Hwyliog, llafar. What are you learning, by the way, Kulivan? How was your day? Where are you watching from? Are you learning languages as well? Addysg gorfforol. Cael ar. Oh, that's important. Mwynhau. I have a taste on something. So I need to make a sentence. Ges ti vlas ar y wers. Did you enjoy the class? Did you get a taste of the class? What language? Welsh. With the dragon and the flag, like the thumbnail. What about you? Are you learning a language as well? Lernst du auch eine Sprache? Oder schaust du einfach gerne an? Canfed. A canfed. Cancer of Ron. Breast cancer. Game gyfartal. Oh, a draw. A game gyfartal. Oh, you're Persian. Oh, okay. Oh, you're teaching Persian people German. That is very cool. Whoa, respect. I'm going to check out your channel. So to speak. You don't have to say so to speak. Like if you think you're a polyglot, that you are one. Don't have to be coy about it. Oh, I see mentioned. Classic mention. I've never used mention. My university changed to that book after I did the course. Very cool. I can't read any of it, but I love that you do that. Like sometimes I wish I did something more directly educational on my channel. Like obviously I could do like how to learn a language. But I just think it's very overdone. Which actually in YouTube that's usually a good thing, because you want to be recommended, so you want to do overdone things. But I don't know, that is the artist in me, right? I want to put my own spin on it. I want to do things my own way. And if I do like how to learn the language or something, I wouldn't know how to do it my way. Like you guys might have seen my video how I structure my daily, weekly, monthly language learning. I think that is my own spin. But I don't know how to do anything that's more directly educational. Hello, naber Linda. Neredeiden. I was saying, yeah, and also I wish I could like teach a language on YouTube, but then I would need a new channel or something, because that would be a niche audience. And I've learned not to go too niche with your audience on YouTube. A B1 level Cantonese course would be fun. And that's a really niche one, I would have to say. And do I know people teaching? I know people teaching Cantonese on YouTube. I don't know how successful they are, because it is quite niche, which is ironic because it's a huge language. But what can I say? How to unlearn a language? I don't think I can do that. I think Language Simp tried and he failed to unlearn his languages. Yeah, I don't know. If you have suggestions, let me know. I have a list of ideas I could do, but not one idea that really jumps out at me. Like, not one idea that makes me want to make a video right now. Like, lots of videos I've made are usually when I had an idea and it's like, I love this idea so much I have to do it right now. Like with the Welsh Duolingo one, or well, the series where I travel around is mainly because I was already traveling, so I made a video out of it. And other ones, yeah. When I'm really passionate about an idea, I just go ahead and do it. But I need the motivation. I need a spark of some sort. Glauman. That's funny. I literally just asked my teacher how to say it. A drizzle, a small light rain. Glauman. Irdim. What? I love this. Exactly. Irdim. Dachin iawn i'r o gywir. Irdim. You are correct to the exact. Dim in Welsh means a little bit. Exact. Modicum. No, what's the word? Tiny bit. O hyn ymlaen. Oh, I love these phrases. O hyn ymlaen. Okay, I'm gonna make a sentence. Paid. Well, what did my mom tell me not to do when I was a kid? Paid a deud hynny. Paid a deud hynny. O hyn ymlaen. Or hyn. I'm going to write it down somewhere as well. I just want to make sure. How many languages are you good at? I would say 6 or 7. I'm good at them. And then there are other ones I'm okay at. Or hyn ymlaen. And also irdim. I love these phrases. I love idiomatic phrases like this. And cael las ar rhywbeth. Neurat Jackson. Hiçbir şey öğretmeyeceğim. I'm not teaching anything. I won't be teaching anything. Or öğretmiyorum. While learning vocab, do that and don't do that. Actually, you know what? I'll put that down. Thank you for the idea. Thank you for the idea. I can't English. Do's and don'ts when learning vocabulary. Actually, that's a great one. I need to organize it a bit because my short answer is always learn vocabulary in context. But maybe, yes, do and don't, that's a good way to structure a video. I might actually do it. Because I teach some teenagers English, like a tutoring thing. And sometimes I teach them some of my learning methods, like how to learn vocabulary, how to build the connections in their heads. Maybe I should put those in a video. Why have I not thought of that? Thank you. Arddangos, exhibit carcharu, croesawu, cynhesu, diogi. What the fuck is to laze? That's not a word. I'm lazy. Is it to be lazy? What the? That's the first time I've ever seen this word. To laze, to be lazy. Dioki. Diog is lazy. Dioki is to be lazy. Farwelio. Hawlio. Hawlio to claim. Llety. Hawl. Anspruch, no. Llety, lleihau, parhau, plannu, rhithro, rhybuddio, saethu. No, you gotta do it like the Turkish uncle. How does he do it? Shooting. Hand in pocket, and then what's next? Like really cool post. Bam. No gear, no everything. To lay about. That makes sense, yeah. To idle. I think back in school we learned the verb to idle. So, which means to be idle, but never to laze. What's a motivation? Many different things. I think I explained it to my teacher in our first lesson. Partly because it's interesting. It's a very different language. It's fun, and what else? I live near the country. What else? And also, I'm sort of a bit of a language activist myself. So I want to support languages that have been oppressed before. Best ar eich rhestr bwced. What's on your bucket list? Rhestr bwced. Ooh, beth sy ar fy rhestr bwced I? Well, you guys tell me what's on your bucket lists. Okay, you know what? You tell me what's on your bucket list, and I'm going to say it in Welsh. I'm going to say this person wants to do this. Meanwhile, I'm going to think what's on mine. Beth sy ar fy rhestr bwced I? My cael tudalen Wikipedia ar fy rhestr bwced I. Yeah, one of the things on my bucket list is to have tudalen Wikipedia amdana I, about me, a Wikipedia page about me, which actually there is now. So I've done one thing on my bucket list, I guess. Oh, I didn't do it. It happened to me. I want to learn Russian next summer. Dwi eisiau dysgu Rwsig yr haf nesa. Or would you say haf nesa? A haf? Yeah, I say yr haf nesa. Dwi eisiau dysgu Rwsig yr haf nesa. Graf, do you know other Cantonese like teachers on the tubes? Your bucket list is to learn Vietnamese, Burmese, Thai. You know what? I should learn the names of those languages in Welsh while we're at it. I know Vietnamic, right? Yeah, Vietnamic, Burmese, Burmanic. What the heck? Burmanic. Actually, yeah, Burmanic. What else? Thaiig? No, what the heck? I need to know. Cymraeg. Thai, just Thai. Oh no, don't say Siamese. That's not good. That's Siamese. Thai. Does it just say Thai? Do you should dysgu Thai? Yng Ngwlad Thai sydd ar nifer uchaf o siaradwyr. Yeah, seems like just say Thai. That's a shame. What else? Mandarin. How do you say? Do you say Mandarin? I think Mandarin probably. Wahaniaethu. Chinig Mandarin. Yeah, Mandarin. What else? Japanic, Koreaic. Okay. My dysgu Vietnamic, Burmanic, Thai, Mandarin, mwy o Japanic a Koreaic ar rhestr bwced for human. You like Uncle Calvin? Oh yeah, I know him. Yeah, it's doing great work for toddlers. I don't have one, sadly, or luckily, I don't know, but yeah, I know him. What else is on my bucket list? I have no idea. I have no goals in life, guys. What's the meaning of life anyway? Be di synwyr y bywyd? Be di nod y bywyd? What's the goal of life? Yeah, wait, what's... Be mae'r bywyd yn olygu? Ystyr. Be mae ystyr y bywyd? What's the meaning of life? No, I'll go back. What's on my bucket list apart from learning languages, and being famous on Wikipedia? My sefydlu. I need to. I'm gonna need to look things up. Ensemble chorus. I say on top. My sefydlu ensemble cerddoriaeth newydd y Manceinion sy'n parhau i'r dyfodol ar fy rhestr bwcedi. What resources did you use at first to learn Cantonese? Yeah, do pray tell. Like I can't say I'm familiar with Cantonese learning resources. I mean, I know them, but like I'm not an expert in Cantonese learning, self-learning resources. Ro'n i'n cicio neu mi ges I fy nghicio. Oh my god. Okay. So active and passive. What was I kicking or did I get kicked? Okay. Here's a little. This is fun. So we're gonna go through this grid in a Gymraeg. And I'm gonna get a dice. A die? Wait, what's die? I think dice plural is dice in a Gymraeg. And what's a die? No, okay. It's one in dice, one die. One dice, one die. I can't English. Disha, okay. Dice roll. Let's do this. Dechrau, you start here. 1, okay, picked up by the taxi. Fuck, what is pick up? I don't want to say pick your ass, man. Is it? Please don't say it's pick your. What? Pico? What the heck? I'm already lost. Cotti? Castle. Oh my god. Actually, I have no idea how to say this. Well, I'll look it up in the future. Or maybe I'll ask someone. Pick up. I don't want to pick up on point. I want to pick up a passenger. Fuck me. Okay. Mi gesi mi pico allan. No, pico fyny. Sorry, not pick up. Pick up. Mi gesi fy'n pico fyny gan a taxi. Or mi gesi fy'n hodi gan a taxi. Let's do it. 5. 1-2-3-5. Finishing the work. Ro'n i'n gorffen y gwaith. 1-2-3-4. Mi ges I fy ngweld yn y dref fory. Ddoe. Mi ges I fy ngweld yn y dre. Mi ges I fy ngweld yn y dref ddoe. Fuck, I need to say it a few more times. Mi ges I fy ngweld yn y dre ddoe. Mi ges I fy ngweld yn y dre ddoe. 1-2-3. Mi ges I fy enwi ar ôl fy nhad. Mi ges I fy enwi ar ôl fy nhad. I was named after my father. And before that, I was seen in town yesterday. 1-2-3-5. I was helping in school. Ro'n i'n helpu yn yr ysgol. 1. Starting to enjoy the job. Ro'n i'n dechrau mwynhau'r swydd. Ro'n i'n dechrau cael blas ar y swydd. 1-2. Taught at home. Mi ges I fy nysgu adref. Mi ges I fy nysgu adref. Mi ges I fy nysgu adref. Fy nysgu adref. 1235 mi ges I fy arestio neithiwr. Mi ges I fy arestio neithiwr. Basic Cantonese and teach yourself Cantonese. What's the first one? I know teach yourself, obviously. Use Cantonese subtitles, but because Mut is already fluent in Mandarin, right? So maybe that helps. And a good teacher. Potentially yours truly. Maybe we can have some lessons. I'm a good teacher, I promise. 1, 2, 3, 4. Push the floor. Mi ges I fy ngwthio i'r llawr, dwi'n meddwl. I was confused. Push is gwthio, right? No, gwthio, yep. Mi ges I fy ngwthio i'r llawr. 1, 2, 3, 4. No, I'm looping. 1, 2, 3, 4. Mi ges I fy newis I chwarae yn y tîm. Dewis. Chosen to play in a team. Mi ges I fy newis I chwarae yn y tîm. 1, 2. Ro'n i'n siarad Cymraeg. A mi ges I fy nhalu gormod. Mi ges I fy nhalu gormod. A good guess and surely a good teacher. Surely. Time to confirm that for yourself. Okay, one last one maybe. 2. Ro'n i'n teithio in Spain. I was travelling in Spain. Yn amhersonol. Oh, impersonal is amperson. The MH in Welsh. Amhersonol. I look like a dog. Oh my god. Anafwyd 5 o bobl. Ysgrifenedig, ffurfiol. Anafwyd 5 o bobl. Mi gaeth 5 o bobl eu hanafu. Saethwyd 5 o bobl. Mi gaeth 5 o bobl eu saethu. Arestwyd 5 o bobl. Mi gaeth 5 o bobl eu harestio. Lladdwyd 5 o bobl. Mi gaeth 5 o bobl eu lladd. I would love to use the impersonal in spoken Welsh a lot, but like I had the opportunity earlier today in the Welsh lesson, but it felt weird because I've heard native speakers speak Welsh, and they like the spoken Welsh is just so much simpler and, dare I say, more boring. And there's so many forms that they don't use, and then or like they even use wrong grammar and everything, and I respect that, but when I speak Welsh, I'm torn because part of me wants to speak like the native speakers, like use the forms that they use, don't use the ones that they don't use, and also like simplify the grammar and everything. But the other half of me is like, I have all these things, all these fun grammatical things I could be doing that in theory they would understand, but I would just come off as like a, I don't know, weirdly formal person. It's such a difficult dilemma, you know. Cyflwynwyd y rhaglen gan Jason Mohammed. Agorwyd y ffatri gan y prif weinidog. Anfonwyd y neges gan y prif weinidog. Adeiladwyd y tai gan gwmni lleol. Pobl leol. I'm going to check the gender of people because I'm under the impression that people in Welsh is a singular or feminine noun. Yes, it is singular. So pobl, like la gente. Pobl. I was right. Arestwyd 5 o bobl. Cysylltwch y ddau hanner I greu un frawddeg. I'm sorry about my chair, by the way. It's a very nice chair. It's just very noisy. Arestwyd 5 o bobl. Oh, that's difficult. I need to decide who is who is being arrested. Welsh with a heavy Cantonese accent. Again, I've mentioned him 2 times on my streams, but check out Dros y Gymraeg. You would love his accent. Like, I say this with no ill intent. I'm just saying he has a very strong Cantonese accent. You would love it. He's a YouTuber from Hong Kong who's going around the country and asking people about Welsh. His Welsh is so freaking Hong Kong. It's amazing. Not only the tones, but like, for example, I think he pronounces wneud as neu. Be ti'n neu? Something like that. Lladdwyd pump o bobl. Carcharwyd pump o bobl am gyfanswm o 20 mlynedd am werthu. Arestwyd pump o bobl am werthu cyffuriau. 5 people were arrested for selling drugs. Perswadwyd pump o bobl. Perswadwyd dros y Gymraeg. Perswadwyd pump o bobl wneud bungee. Bungee. Oh, I love how you spell bungee in Welsh. B-Y-N-G-I. Bungee. I godi arian. Cyflwynwyd 5 o bobl i'r cyfarfod staff ar ddechrau'r tymor newydd. But don't hop off yet. Stay on the stream. If you're on mobile, then don't go elsewhere. But if you're on a computer, then open a new tab. Gwelwyd 5 o bobl yn dianc mewn car mawr gwyrdd. Gwelwyd 5 o bobl yn dianc mewn car mawr. So hard to say. A big car. Car mawr. Yn dianc mewn car mawr gwyrdd. Mewn car mawr gwyrdd. It's so hard to say, my god. Yn dianc mewn car mawr gwyrdd. Yn dianc mewn car mawr gwyrdd. Anafwyd 5 o bobl mewn damwain ar yr M4. Croesawyd 5 o bobl fydd yn ymuno â'r cwmni y flwyddyn nesaf. Lladdwyd 5 o bobl. I guess, no, maybe not. Maybe. Do you think a storm or a traffic accident is more deadly? I think both are quite deadly, but anyway. Lladdwyd 5 o bobl mewn damwain ar yr M4. Anafwyd 5 o bobl yn ystod storm Henry. Ganwyd. Geni. Oh my god, it's got the umlaut, or the ablaut. The vowel changes. Geni to birth. Geni becomes ganwyd. Ganwyd Lloyd George a Manceinion. Cynhalwyd. The consonant changes and there's an extra vowel. Cynhalwyd protest neithiwr. Cafwyd cyfarfod diddorol yn y Senedd. Aethpwyd y 6 o bobl i'r ysbyty. The weirdest one. The weirdest conjugation ever. He went was aeth, but then someone went was aethpwyd. Aethpwyd y 6 o bobl i'r ysbyty. Daethpwyd o hyd I gorff. Okay. Oh, I love grammar exercises. That's my favorite thing to do when I was in school. Oh my god, this is a thick chapter. There is so much to do. Oh my god, I'm not going to finish this today. That's fine. I'll probably do another stream. I spent too much time yapping today. Dwi'n meddwl mae T's yn iawn. Oh, there's like some proper structures and syntax learning in this intermediate level. Cafodd y llew ei saethu. Saethwyd y llew. Cafodd y ferch fach ei henwi ar ôl ei nain. Is it enwyd? Are you going to stream tomorrow? I don't know. Maybe. I might have other stuff to finish because I'm quite behind my things. I think I have to send like 2 applications within the next week by Monday. So, oh yeah, no, I'm probably not going to stream tomorrow. Actually, no. On Thursdays I go to my weekly language meetup. So, on the evening I'm just gone. So not on Thursdays. Afterwards I don't know. Are you going to be here? Enwood. Yes, Enwood. Enwood. Y ferch. Fach. Ar ôl ei 9. What days are best for you guys actually? Like what's a good time or day for you guys? Because I'm just up to now I'm just streaming whenever I want. A llanc restio gan yr heddlu. Arestwyd a llanc gan yr heddlu. Cafodd y llythyr ei bostio at y brif weinidog. Postiwyd a llythyr at y prif weinidog. Cafodd yr arian ei gasglu i elusen. Casglwyd yr arian i elusen. Cafodd y ddesg ei symud i ystafell arall. Symudwyd y ddesg i ystafell arall. Hello, who's new here? Come on, say hi in the chat. Don't be shy. Charwyd y llanc 2 flynedd. Argraffwyd y llyfrau yng Nghymru. Trwch i'r goddefol. Oh, change to passive. Adeiladwyd estyniad mawr i'r ysbyty Llynedd. The fuck is estyniad mawr? Okay. Cafodd estyniad mawr ei adeiladu i'r ysbyty Llynedd. Dangoswyd y faner ar wal y neuadd. Cafodd y faner ei dangos ar wal y neuadd. Ffilmiwyd y cyfweliad yng Nghaerdydd. Cafodd y cyfweliad ffilmio yng Nghaerdydd. Enillwyd y wobr gan Hugh Hughes. Cafodd y wobr ei hennill. No, wait, how? I can't spell ennill. Why does Welsh do this weird thing with the double letters? Ennill, yeah, 2 N's. 2 N's, a hennill. Saethwyd 3 o bobl yn y parc lleol. Ei saethu yn y parc lleol. Caiwyd y brif allanfa am 2 awr. Cafodd y brif allanfa ei chau am 2 awr. Dinistrwyd yr eglwys mewn tan. Wait, what gender is the church? What gender is the church, guys? Is it feminine? Yes, feminine. Okay, thank God. Cafodd I'm gonna write it down. Eglwys ei dinistrio mewn tân mawr. Oh, the church was destroyed in a big fire. That sounds like Paris to me. Croesawyd y fforddiad i'r pentref. Cafodd y fforddiad ei plural there ei croesawu i'r pentref. Oh my god, there's a big thick text here. This is fun. O'r papur bro. Is there I wonder if there's a listening or is it just reading? I'm just wondering where's Uned 12. Unit 12, Uned 12. Darllen, or is it no darllen? Nie ma. Oh, that's not Welsh. Dois. Dois. Which means I should do reading myself. Should I read it aloud? I can't decide. I'm gonna read it aloud. Just make the whole thing more interesting to let you guys hear a bit of Welsh, how it sounds like. Papurau Cymraeg lleol ydy papurau bro. Efo eich partner, darllenwch y darnau o'r papur bro a thanlinellwch bob berf sy'n gorffen efo wyd. Oh, okay. Underline, underline, llinell. Tanlinellwch. I'm going to practice this. Tanlinell. What is strike through? Because in Polish you have podkreślenie and przekreślenie. I wonder if it's like that in Welsh. Strike. It's not in a dictionary. Strike through. No, that's not a thing. Shame. Because I really like the how underline and strike through are the related words in Polish. Okay, where are we? Okay, I'm practicing the pronunciation. Was it tanlinelli? Just checking. Tanlinelli. Yep, tanlinelli. I'm gonna write it down. Tanlinellwch, fuck me, tanlinellwch, a tanlinellwch. So hard. There's TH and the N and the L and the th together. A tanlinellwch, a tanlinellwch. Darllenwch, a tanlinellwch, a tanlinellwch. Okay, enough. Cynhalwyd cyfarfod olaf merched. Can I use my highlighter? Do I have highlighter? I don't have highlighter, that's fine. Cyfarfod olaf merched yn wawr am y tymor yng ngwesty'r llew du. Fel arfer, roedd y bwyd yn fendigedig. Croesawyd Sian Jones, llywydd cenedlaethol y mudiad, a Tony I glywed am waith codi arian y gangen at ymchwil I afiechyd canser y fron. What a gangen? Is it branch? I feel like cangen is branch. For some reason I was correct. A Tony I glywed am waith codi arian y gangen at ymchwil I afiechyd canser y fron. llongyfarchiadau mawr i Alun a Peggy Morris ar enedigaeth Jack, brawd bach i Neil. Ganwyd Jack yn ysbyty Abercastell ar Fehefin y 9fed. June, a Fehefin y 9fed. Jack ydy'r canfed babi i gael ei eni yn yr ysbyty, ac i ddathlu cafwyd seremoni arbennig efo Sam Jones, aelod cynulliad Bro Castell, a Sam Tan ei hun. Cyflwynwyd tegan meddal bychan Sam Tan i Jack ac i bob babi arall yn yr uned. Mae tristwch mawr yn yr ardal ar ôl colli Bill Hughes. Bil farw ar ôl salwch byr. Mi fydd pawb yn yr ardal yn cofio ei berfformiadau bywiog yn yr ŵyl ddrama bob blwyddyn. Ac mi fydd colled fawr ar ei ôl. Cynhaliwyd yr angladd yn Nghapel Bethania a daeth tyrfa mawr i'r gwasanaeth. Diolchodd y gweinidog i gôr Bryn Castell am gan i mor hwyliog. Hwyliog? Moody? Where is mood? Hwyliog. What kind of mood are we talking? Fun. Okay, fun. A fun. Mi fasai Bill wedi bod wrth ei fod. He would have been happy. Gwahoddwyd pawb i'r festri i gael te a bwffe ar ôl yr angladd. I'r festri. What's a vestry? Oh, okay, it's a vestry in a church. I don't know church vocabulary. I don't speak Christian. Byddwch yn ofalus os byddwch chi yng Nghoedwig y Parc. Gwelwyd cath fawr ddu yn crwydro yn yr ardal yn ddiweddar. Credir. They just casually added a present impersonal here and they have to like put a footnote to explain it. Credir medrai hi fod yn beryglus i anifeiliad anwes ac wyn bach. What's wyn? Oh, oin. Is it deer? I think it's deer. Wyn. I think I've gone through this on stream. Wyn. Oin is lamb. Oh, lamb, not deer. Why do I think deer? Lamb. Can I draw a lamb here? That's fine. Mi fydd hi'n anodd ei gweld hi yn y tywellwch, ond ffoniwch heddlu Abercastell ar unwaith os gwelwch chi unrhyw beth. O'r diwedd, mae parc chwarae newydd i'r blant ymryn castell. Diolch i bawb weithiodd mor galed i godi'r pres, a gorwyd y parc efo seremoni hyfryd, lle planwyd 2 goeden bob ochr i'r allanfa gan y cynghorydd lleol David Jones, a Lys Chwaer, yr actores fyd-enwog Catrin Zara. Cadwyd y gyfrinach tan y diwrnod bod ymwelydd mor arbennig ar ei ffordd i'r ardal. Dywedodd Miss Zara ei bod hi wrth ei bod yn ymweld â chartref ei llys frawd annwyl. Y cam nesaf fydd agor pwll padlo arbennig i'r plant lleiaf. Ar ôl ennill ei gêm yn erbyn Aberystwyth neithiwr o 2 gol i 1, mi fydd tîm pêl-droed merched Bryn Coch rwan yn mynd ymlaen i rownd nesaf y cwpan. Ond doedd hi ddim yn noson dda i Jess Davies capten. Rhythrwyd hi i'r ysbyty ar ôl taro ei ffen tra oedd hi'n ceisio rhoi bel yn y rhwyd a threuliodd hi'r noson yn cael triniaeth yr ysbyty Bryn Castell. Mae pawb o'r criw yn edrych ymlaen at ei gweld yn ôl ar y cae y ddian. Oh my god, that's so long. Gwrando a llenwi bylchan. Oh, yes, we can do listening. Can we focus? What's everyone doing? Well, everyone's really quiet today. What are you guys doing? What are you up to? Are you doing your own stuff alongside me? Are you Are you watching other stuff as well? Let me know. Gwrando a llenwi beichau.
Arestiwyd dyn am ddwyn arian o Fanc Llanaber. Mae'r heddlu eisiau diolch i staff y banc am ei help i ddal y dyn peryglus yma. Bydd e yn y llys y mis nesaf.
Lladdwyd un person ac ynafwyd 3 arall mewn damwain ddifrifol ar yr A470 yn gynnar y bore yma. Aethpwyd ar 3 i ysbyty Bryn Castell. Roedd hi'n niwlog iawn ar y pryd.
Croesawyd 10 teulu o Syria i Geredigion dros y mis diwethaf. Bydd y plant yn mynd i ysgolion lleol lle byddan nhw'n dysgu'r Gymraeg a'r Saesneg. Diolchodd arweinydd y cyngor i'r bobl leol am eu croeso cynnes i'r teuluoedd yma.
Cynhalwyd seremoni personoliaeth chwaraeon y flwyddyn Cymru yng Nghaerdydd neithiwr. Aeth y wobr am yr unigolyn gorau i'r seicliwr Thomas Griffiths. Enillwyd gwobr tîm y flwyddyn gen dîm dartiau tafarn y Bryn Castell. Enillodd gystadleuaeth teithiwr. Aeth y wobr am yr unigolyn gorau i'r seicliwr Thomas Griffiths. Enillwyd gwobr tîm y flwyddyn gen dîm dartiau tafarn y Bryn Castell. Enillodd gystadleuaeth tîm dartiau gorau Ewrop yn Berlin y mis diwethaf.
A'r tywydd i gloi. Synwyd pawb gan gryfder y gwynt neithiwr, a gwelwyd coed wedi ei chwythu lawr mewn rhai mannau. Roedd rhai trenau rhwng Caerdydd ac Abertawe wedi cael eu canslo, ond bydd pethau'n gwella, a bydd y tymheredd yn codi dros y penwythnos.
What is that? I missed that one. You don't think you can type the German feminine article? No way! You serious? Is it that sensitive? That's insane.
Y mis diwethaf.
A'r tywydd i gloi.
Gorau Ewrop yn Berlin y mis diwethaf. Bryn Castell. Enillodd gystadleuaeth tîm dartiau gorau Ewrop yn Berlin y mis diwethaf.
Let me try. What's a feminine thing in German? Die Frau. I guess I don't get censored. That is so stupid. How do I don't moderating. I don't think I can do anything about it. Oh, so stupid. I'm gonna do some shadowing as usual. I might finish early today. Arestiwyd diwyd dyn am ddwyn arian o Fanc Llanaber. Mae'r heddlu eisiau diolch i staff y banc am ei help i ddal y dyn peryglus yma. Bydd e yn y llys y mis nesaf. Lladdwyd un person ac ynafwyd 3 arall mewn damwain ddifrifol ar yr A470 yn gynnar y bore yma. Aethpwyd ar 3 i'r ysbyty Bryn Castell. Roedd yn niwlog iawn ar y pryd. Croesawyd 10 teulu o Syria i Geredigion dros y mis diwethaf. Bydd y plant yn mynd i'r ysgolion lleol lle byddan nhw'n dysgu'r Gymraeg a'r Saesneg. Diolchodd arweinydd y cyngor i'r bobl leol am eu croeso cynnes i'r teuluoedd yma. Cynhalwyd seremoni personoliaeth chwaraeon y flwyddyn Cymru yng Nghaerdydd neithiwr. Aeth y wobr am yr unigolyn gorau i'r seiclwr Thomas Griffiths. Enillwyd gwobr tîm y flwyddyn gan dîm dartiau tafarn y Bryn Castell. Enillodd gystadleuaeth tîm dartiau gorau Ewrop yn Berlin yn y mis diwethaf. A'r tywydd i gloi. Synwyd pawb gan gryfder y gwynt neithiwr, a gwelwyd coed wedi ei chwythu lawr mewn rhai mannau.
Roedd rhai
Roedd
trenau
rhai trenau
ac
ac
Abertawe
Abertawe
wedi cael eu canslo,
ond
bydd pethau'n gwella,
a bydd y
a bydd y
tymheredd
tymheredd
yn
yn
codi
penwythnos.
dros y penwythnos. Not bad, not bad. I'm going to skip the Sant Fagan. Oh, is this one of the exercises where you watch the video and then try to answer the questions from memory? I don't know, maybe. That's a lot going on. I'm gonna do one more thing. I'm gonna choose one more thing to do. What is this? There's like writing and shit ar the wediad. Ysgrifennwch be da chi'n ei glywed. Ar the wediad. What is ar the wediad? Pwnc llosg. Mae bywyd yn anodd I bobl ifanc yn dyddiau yma. I'm going to do this one. Meddyliwch am sefyll. This is apologising. Am sefyllfaoedd lle basech chi'n ymddiheuro, cyrraedd y dosbarth yn hwyr. When would I apologise? Methu... How do you say deadline? Colli'r dyddiau cae. Y dyddiau cae. In what situation would I make a YouTuber apology? Like, so, I'm sorry. What do I apologize for? Let's imagine. This is my task. What situation would I apologize to YouTube? I lied about my language abilities. Yes, perfect. Celwydd. Deud celwydd. Fy ngalluoedd iaith. What else? When else would I approach? When I break someone's shit. Torri. What's a mug? I know it's not mug. Mug is smoke. A polyglot coin crypto scam. That is a really hard thing to say in Welsh, but I'll try it. But I'm looking for how to say mug now. I think it might be like mug, because mug means smoke in Welsh, but I think it might be mug with a funny accent on top, so to tell you it's not the same thing. Dictionary, come on dictionary. Why are you not working? Why is it so stupid? Yeah, cwpan. Maybe I'll say cwpan. That's more Welsh. Or mug. Sorry. Oh, it's so weird to put a accent on the W. Mug. Or cwpan. Fy nghydletiwr. What's the English one? It's colocador. Oh, housemates. Fy nghydletiwr. I can't write the Y for some reason. This is my favorite word. No, I mean, it just looks so freaking ugly. It's so funny. Cydletiwr. I love this word. Cydletiwr. Promote. Hysbysebu. Promote. Or hybu. I don't know the difference between hysbysebu and hybu. Scam. What's a scam in Welsh? This would be a... scam. Damn it. It's not in the dictionary. Scam. No, tull. Fic. Hunan gyflogaeth. Dwyllodrys. Skemio. Is it scam or skim? Defnydd gywir. Dwll. Maybe I'll stick to the more Welsh words, right? Twillo. It means defraud. Twillo. But twill or scam or what did I say? I saw another one. Thick. Is it thick? Yep, deception. Pretense, sham, disguise. Thick. Or polyglot coin crypto scam. I'll say cryptocurrency. What's currency? I need to know this one. Arian Brainiol. Is it Arian Brainiol? I don't think. Is it actually Arian Brainiol? You need Arian single. It's just Arian. No way. Arian cyfarwydd megis Arian. Okay, well, currency is just money. I mean, it is just money, but I guess you can tell from context when you talk about like money or the type of money, currency, or crypto Arian. Okay, hysbysebu, twill or crypto Arian. I'm sorry I promoted a crypto scam. You need Luca Lamparello, Richard Simcott, and Steve Kaufman polyglot trading cards. Where would you get them? That's a question. Gwrandewch ar y tair dialog a nodwch y tair ffordd mae bobl yn deud sorry. Okay, let's see. How do people say sorry? That was a weird accent I just used. Sorry. Ymddiheiro.
Peidiwch â bod yn flin, dwi wedi marcio eich car chi.
Be?
Mae'n ddrwg iawn gen i. Mi fyddai'n talu am unrhyw ddifrod.
Mae'n ddrwg gen i'ch cadw chi. Dych chi di bod yn aros yn hir?
Na fo, dim ond 2 funud. Does dim eisiau chi ymddeheiro.
Wel, dowch i mewn ag istedwch.
Dwch i mewn.
Aw! Mi safoch chi ar fy nhroed i.
Sori?
Dim problem. Ond byddwch yn fwy gofalus y tro nesa.
Sorry, just sorry. Gorffennwch y dialogau hun efo ymddiheiriad a beth ydych chi'n mynd i'w wneud. Dwi ddim yn methu defnyddio ffordd yma, mae hyn fudr. What would you do if the fork is dirty? Sorry. I will bring you fork newydd atoch chi. Ond bryswch, neu mi fydd y bwyd yn oeri. Be oedd yr holl sŵn yna neithiwr? Do'n i ddim yn medru cysgu. Paid a bod yn flin. What was the noise? How would you apologize for noise? Mi Mi fydda... I will use headphones. Mi fydda un defnyddio clust ffonau. Roedd y drws ffront yr agor pan gyrhaeddes I adre. Fe'n nghofies ti gar drws eto. Mae'n drwg. I'm sorry, I forgot to close the door. How's that? I was sleepy. I'm a bit sleepy, to be fair. Dwi'n tipyn bach yn cysglyd, okay. Ro'n i'n gysglyd. Wel, mi fydd rhaid I ti gael 2 gloc larwm I wneud yn siŵr fod ti'n deffro. I do want to look at this. Maybe the last thing I'll do is look at this, and then I'll finish. I've been quite productive, even though there's so much going on in this chapter. That's interesting. I want to see what's later in the book. Kiwaskiata. Oh, just learn. This chapter is just for the contractions, like I'm. To be fair, there's lots of contractions in Welsh. Mae hon yn well na honna. Dysgu hwn. Pwnc llosg. Mae bywyd yn anodd I bobl. Gwyliwch Teddy o Patagonia yn siarad ac... Let's look at Patagonia. Patagonia. Yn siarad ac atebwch y cwestiynau. Be sy'n wahanol am bobl ifanc yn Chymru a phobl ifanc ym Patagonia? What's the difference between the young people in Wales and in Patagonia? Question: what would you put on trading cards? I'm wondering. Imagine like if we had we made a trading card game of famous polyglots. Maybe you would compare the languages or the levels. That would be interesting. And if you have cool pictures of them. I mean, it's always the same picture anyway. Once you look up those people, you keep seeing the same pictures everywhere. So it's going to be the one in the trading card. Beth arholiadau ceir. Be ydy'r pethau mae pobl ifanc yng Nghymru ac yn Patagonia mwynhau? Pwnc llosg. What is a pwnc llosg? Is it like a hot topic? Pwnc llosg. Hot. Yeah, it is a burning issue. Okay. Marfer patrymau. There we are.
Helo, Teddy ydw I. Dwi'n 19 oed a dwi'n dod o Trelew, Patagonia, Ariannin. Dwi'n meddwl bod bywyd pobl ifanc yn Ariannin a Chymru yn wahanol. Yn Ariannin, da ni ddim yn neud arholiadau tygau na lefel A, fel yn Nghymru. Felly, dwi'n teimlo fod llai o bwysau ar bobl ifanc Ariannin. Enghraifft, dwi'n astudio 9 pwnc lle mae pobl ifanc Cymru yn astudio 3 neu 4. Wedyn, dwi ddim yn siŵr pa'n ydy'r anoddaf.
Okay.
Ar bobl ifanc Ariannin. Enghraifft, dwi'n astudio 9 pwnc lle mae pobl ifanc Cymru yn astudio 3 neu 4. Wedyn, dwi ddim yn siŵr pa'n ydy'r anoddaf. Yn ail, mae ceir gan llawer o bobl ifanc yn Nghymru ac maen nhw'n mynd I mwy o lefydd heb eu rhieni. Does dim llawer o bobl ifanc yn Nghymru'r anoddaf. Yn ail, 3 neu 4. Wedyn, dwi ddim yn siŵr pa'n ydy'r anoddaf. Yn ail, mae ceir gan llawer o bobl ifanc yn Nghymru ac maen nhw'n mynd I mwy o lefydd heb...
I mwy o lefydd. Mwy o lefydd. Mwy o lefydd. Okay.
bei rhieni. Does dim llawer o
Heb.
bobl ifanc mwy o lefydd heb ei rhieni.
Heb beirian... Heb beiriannu. Heb... What is... Eiriannu. What?
Does dim llawer o bobl ifanc yn gyrru ceir yn yr ariannin. Yn drydydd, dwi'n meddwl bod pobl ifanc yr ariannin yn treulio mwy o amser efo'u teuluoedd na phobl ifanc yn Hymru. Dwi'n mynd allan efo fy ffrindiau i'r tafarn, ond dwi hefyd yn neud llawer o bethau efo fy nheulu. Enghraifft, da ni'n cael asados sydd rhyw fath o barbecue. Mae'r teulu i gyd yn dod i'r asados. Wedi dweud hynny, dwi'n meddwl bod pobl ifanc yr ariannin a Chymru yn debyg iawn. Mae mwy yn cael asados sydd rhyw fath o barbecue. Mae'r teulu i gyd yn dod i'r asados.
No, I'm cheating. Guys, I'm cheating.
Allan efo fy ffrindiau i'r tafarn, ond dwi hefyd yn neud llawer o bethau efo fy nheulu. Enghraifft, da ni'n cael asados sydd rhyw fath o barbecue. Mae'r teulu i gyd yn dod i'r asados. Wedi dweud hynny, dwi'n meddwl bod pobl ifanc yr ariannin a Chymru yn debyg iawn. Mae mwy o bethau tebyg nag yn wahanol. Mae gyda fi ffrindiau yn Hymru a'r ariannin a da ni'n mwynhau wneud yr un fath o bethau, fel mynd allan i'r dafar, mynd am dro neu jas cwrdd yn y caffi. Yn y dyfodol, dwi'n meddwl bydd pobl ifanc Cymru a'r ariannin yn wynebu problemau tebyg. Mae mwy o gystadleuaeth nawr am swyddi, ac hefyd mae pethau fel Instagram, Snapchat a TikTok. Yn y dyfodol, dwi'n meddwl bydd pobl ifanc Cymru a'r ariannin yn wynebu problemau tebyg. Mae mwy o gystadleuaeth nawr am swyddi, ac hefyd mae pethau fel Instagram, Snapchat a TikTok yn gallu rhoi mwy o bwysau i'r pobl ifanc o ran sut i edrych trwy'r amser. Ar y llaw arall, mae llawer o pethau a TikTok yn gallu rhoi mwy o bwysau i'r pobl ifanc o ran sut i edrych trwy'r amser. Ar y llaw arall, mae llawer o pethau'n gwella yn yr ariannin a Chymru. Enghraifft, mae pethau fel Instagram, Snapchat a TikTok yn gallu rhoi mwy o bwysau i'r pobl ifanc o ran sut i edrych trwy'r amser. Ar y llaw arall, mae llawer o pethau'n gwella yn yr ariannin a Chymru. Enghraifft, mae hi'n haws i bobl ifanc gael help os ydyn nhw'n teimlo'n trist, ac hefyd mae pobl yn derbyn gwahaniaethau'n well. Dach chi hefyd yn gallu gwneud ffrindiau drwy bethau fel Instagram a Snapchat.
Oh shit.
A pobl ifanc gael help os ydyn nhw'n teimlo'n trist, ac hefyd mae pobl yn derbyn gwahaniaethau'n well. Dach chi hefyd yn gallu gwneud ffrindiau drwy bethau fel Instagram a Snapchat, a hefyd mae'n haws i cadw mewn cysylltiad efo bobl di jas yn weld unwaith. Hefyd, mae pobl yn derbyn gwahaniaethau'n well. Dach chi hefyd yn gallu gwneud ffrindiau drwy bethau fel Instagram a Snapchat, a hefyd mae'n haws i cadw mewn cysylltiad efo bobl di jas yn weld unwaith. Felly dwi'n meddwl bydd bywyd i bobl ifanc yn haws mewn llawer o ffyrdd.
Look at all my notes. I couldn't write anything in the answers. I just wrote notes. It's like a proper exam. Shit. And I cheated. What's different between people in Wales and people in Patagonia? My llai o bwysau ar bobl ifanc Patagonia. They don't do the A-levels. Dydyn nhw ddim yn ac maen nhw'n astudio 3 i 4 pwnc yn lle 9. ceir. Mae mwy o bobl Cymru yn gyrru ceir mynd I fwy o lefydd heb arian. I don't know what's 80 I don't know what arian ni. Does yeah, they drive more. They drive more in Wales than in Patagonia. I wonder how they get around in Patagonia. Do they have better transport? That would be ironic if they have better transport than Wales. Better pethau mae pobl ifanc yn Cymru ac yn Patagonia yn mwynhau mae nhw'n mwynhau mynd i'r dafarn efo ffrindiau mynd am dro a cwrdd mewn caffi. Pa broblemau sy'n gan bobl ifanc yng Nghymru ac yn Patagonia? Mae mwy o gystadleuaeth. That's funny. I was just talking to my teacher about like difficulties in job hunting and more competition. I think she said the literal same thing. Mae mwy o gystadleuaeth swyddi. There's more competition for jobs. Okay, I didn't catch one. Mwy o bwysau o ran why do they have more pressure because of Instagram, Snapchat and TikTok? Drich. I have no idea. Maybe edrych. I don't have the answers. Achos apiau. Social media. Cyfryngau. No, yeah, I was right. Cyfryngau. Cymdeithasol. Beth sy'n gwella bywyd I bobl ifanc yng Nghymru ac yn Patagonia? Mae'n haws I gael help os rwyt ti'n teimlo'n drist. Maen nhw'n derbyn gwahaniaethau. They accept differences. That's very woke. Maen nhw'n derbyn gwahaniaethau yn well. Ac mae appiau no achos because of the apps achos appiau mae'n haws I wneud ffrindiau a chadw mewn cysylltu. I don't think they intended me to write this much, but I just wrote everything I heard, but like I'm going way overboard with the answers. Pwnc llosg, mae bywyd yn anodd I bobl ifanc y dyddiau yma. Edrychwch ar y geiriau isod a'i rhoi nhw yn y bylchau o dan y lluniau. Croeso I chi roi eich syniadau eich hun hefyd. Oh, what problems are young people facing Pethau oedd yn fwy anodd I bobl ifanc yn y gorffennol. Pethau... Is this fucking Russia right here? What the heck? What? And they use that to represent young people in the past. So the main difference between young people in the past and now is that people in the past went to Russia. What? That's hilarious. Teithio. Oh, is it easier? Was it easier to travel in the past? I think it's easier to travel now, right? Yeah, it was more difficult in the past. Yeah, okay. Teithio. Technoleg. Technology is easier now. Technoleg. Speaking of technology, so in Welsh and in Hebrew, you say technology with the ch sound, right? Technoleg. But then when I did my video in Baden-Württemberg in Germany, I said technology by accident. I meant technology. It's tech in German, but the other languages got in the way. Fioedd prifysgol. Oh, it's difficult now. Yeah, university fees. My fioedd prifysgol yn anoddach I bobl ifanc rwan i'r llanc. Swyddi tymor hir. It was maybe easier to work. What? Tymor hir. Not work long term. Yr amgylchedd. Oh, amgylchedd. Are we talking about like environment, or are we talking about like the mood? Amgylchedd, environment, right? Should be environment. Yep. So the environment is worse now, right? Amgylchedd. We can all agree on that. Y cyfryngau cymdeithasol. It's easier now. Cymdeithasol. Arholiadau. Are exams easier or more difficult now? I think easier. Right? It's more difficult in the past. Or at least in Hong Kong, yeah, our exams get easier. I think prisiau tai cymdeithasu. Is it easier to make friends now? I guess. It's to socialize. What else? What else is easier now? Maybe more difficult. A darllen llyfrau tramor. Read foreign books. It's much easier now because you can get ebooks, which goes back to what we talked about earlier in this stream. What's more difficult now? What's more difficult now? What is more difficult? Sy'n fwy anodd. Anoddach. Why do they not say anoddach? Why do they say... I can't name something. That's weird. I should be able to name it. I don't know. Okay, da chi'n cytuno. Siaradwch am sefyllfa pobl ifanc heddiw a phan oeddech chi'n gadael addysg lawn amser. When it asks when did you leave full-time education? I'm like, I'm still in full-time education. Gwaith prisiau tai pres. This is great. No, okay, not when. It's not asking when, but compare the situation now and when you left full-time education. So actually, when I leave full-time education, that's in the future. That's hilarious. Yeah, mae'r amgylchedd yn waith, achos da ni'n... Da ni'n dal I amhiro? Is it amhiro? Da ni'n dalu am hiro amgylchedd. Mae'n heddiw mae'n anoddach ffeindio gwaith llawn amser achos mae what's employer Arbeitsgeber mae cyflogwr yn dysgwyr i'r gweithwyr wneud gormod o bethau. I don't know. Ddim yn gwybod. Wn i ddim. Pan oeddech chi'n gadar... is it... I don't know how it was. Like, I haven't lived in the previous generation. That's such a difficult question. Because it's telling me to compare how it's like now and how it was like when you looked for a job. Like, I've never lived in the previous generation. I haven't lived in the future. So, like, what do I compare it with? Mae prisiau'r tai yn llawer uwch heddiw na'r genhadaeth. Is it genhedlaeth? Na'r genhedlaeth gynharach. Mae'n llawer anoddach i brynu tŷ yn enwedig mewn ddinas y fawr. Roedd hi'n well neu'n waeth i bobl ifanc yn y gorffennol. Roedd hi'n well achos roedd hi'n haws i ffeindio a chadw a chynnal bywyd syml, bywyd cyson, like a stable life, bywyd sefydlog. Oh yeah, they have like more short-term jobs now. Yeah, mae heddiw mae mwy o gyflogwyr yn cyflogi yn hybu. Mae mwy o gyflogwyr yn rhoi swyddi tymor byr yn lle swyddi tymor hir. Neu swyddi rhan amser. Felly mae'n waith heddiw os rwy ti eisiau ffeindio swydd rhan amser tymor hir. It's harder to find a long-term job now because more employers are just employing short-term or part-time gweithwyr. Ydy oedd byw trwy gyfnod clo yn fwy? Oh my god, this is so telling. I don't know how many of you are still here, but this is telling. 2 of you are here. It's asking, was it difficult to live through lockdown? But it gives the option. Was it or is it difficult to live through lockdown? So the book was written during lockdown. Or published during lockdown. Yn fwy anodd I bobl ifanc. Ifanc. Roedd byw trwy gyfnod clo yn llai anodd I bobl ifanc achos roedd mae'r bobl ifanc yn dda ddefnyddio y rhyngrwyd, ddefnyddio'r defnyddio cyfryngau cymdeithasol I aros mewn cysylltiad, cadw mewn cysylltiad efo ffrindiau. Okay. Anyway, so I feel like I've done enough for today. I've done so much and it's been a couple of hours. So I'm going to take a break. Don't know who else is here. If you're here, say hi. I don't know who's here. But I'm so tired now. I'm super tired today. I haven't done anything today. I mean, I've done a lot. I've done some editing. I need to write some applications, I think. I've done some PhD writing as well. But that was my language study for the day. Yeah. for those who stayed here for most of the stream, I'm so glad you're here. Even though most of the stream was pretty quiet today, but it was fun. It was fun when there's more people here. I don't know. I while I'm ending it, it's always fun to talk to people and see new people showing up and asking me about what I think about language learning, maybe potentially giving me ideas to make videos on. But you know what? I should have been writing down the ideas the questions that I'm asked on these streams so that I can make videos out of them. I'll find something. You know what? I should do that now. Okay. What else? What else have I talked about? My motivation for learning languages. It's all about connecting culture connection, people, place or history, the language itself. What else have we discussed on this stream? Learning by myself versus learning with a tutor or a class. These are great ideas. Why have I not thought about making these videos? These are questions I'm passionate about. Okay, I'm just gonna look at what we talked about in the chat today before I end the stream. Let's see. I'm gonna search for the question mark. Do you also read books about? Oh yeah, reading. Reading. What did we talk about reading? What I wouldn't do now if I was starting, or reading. What else about reading? Looking up words, choosing a book. What else? What else have we talked about? Let's see. You know what? I should make it like a Q&A video. When I hit, I don't know, 5,000 subs, maybe I'll do like a Q&A and then I'll answer these questions again. How did I learn English? I think that's basically it. Okay, yeah, I have ideas for videos now, but I also have lots of old ideas that I've never made. So I have to prioritize. Maybe I'll make one about language learning after I finish my upcoming video. I need to think about it. I think learning by myself versus learning in a class is a really good idea. Do you agree? Tell me in the comments. Oh, I have so many things to make. I can't make them all. I'll put that high up in my list. Looking up words and reading. I'll talk about reading later. My motivation for learning languages. I mean, that's a bit too personal, right? I'll make it motivation or reasons you might want to learn a language. There you go. Okay, perfect. I have ideas. I'm gonna make videos at some point, but I have to finish what I'm finishing now. So thank you very much for being here with me today. It's been fun. Oh, why is it that every time I'm about to end it, someone else shows up? But I'm ending it. I have other work to do. So thank you again for being here with me today. Feel free to watch the replay, the chat of the stream, because we had a great discussion in the first 30 minutes, I think. And I will try to put timestamps if I remember. But I'll see you in the next one. Maybe I'll stream like in 2 days or something. And bye.